Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, friends. Happy Friday. We've survived another week, so I'm going to turn that off for now until it gets pitch black out because I'm not going to blow my face out in terms of lighting. Hello, good afternoon, Pete. Good afternoon, Aurora. I saw that cheeky resub. Thank you so much for the 4 months. I appreciate you. Hope everyone's having a good Friday. We are going to continue to attempt to knit today. But we will see if we have retained any of the information that we have gained yesterday. I think I do, but you know, time will tell. But yes, I hope everyone's doing well on this fine day. Look, Phantasma is here. Shadow's over there on the sofa. And you know, we're just hanging out and having a good time. But yes. So as you can see, this is the result of 3 hours. I wrote it down. So we are purling. We are starting with the purl. The purl stitch. I made sure we wrote that down so we knew what we were doing. Yes, yes. So we've made notes. So we will see if we remember how. If I remember correctly, the purl stitch is the one where we make the cross. And then we... Are you sure? Do you want to call a friend? Ask Shadow. Yeah, I wonder if Shadow remembers. Shadow, do you remember what we're doing today? He's like, no. So yeah, then we do this, and then we scoop it and go from behind and pop it off. And then we straighten by pulling, if I remember. So I think that's what we're doing today, because the knitting one is the going through the other side, but we're purling today. Hopefully any of our knitter friends, you know, I can be like, look, I remembered. Yeah, can I ask the audience, do we know what we're doing today? But yes, I hope everyone's Friday is going well. Mine has been so far so good. I Shadow and I went for a long W. Not as long as yesterday's, but still decent. He, again, got frustrated with me when we couldn't go into the field because where we do this longer walk, we popped out right near a field, and he was like, there's big tall grass, Mom, can I go run in it? And I was like, not today, sir. And he's like, that seems messed up. But I did take him off lead for a little bit. So if you guys remember yesterday, I said how we went into this little like paddock area or this little enclosed park area, and I was originally going to let him off lead, but then we saw 3 foxes. And so I told him, not that he has any spatial awareness or maybe understands what I mean when I say this, but I did say to him, if there's no foxes afoot, I will let you off for a little bit. Because it's literally just like a straightaway, but it's enclosed enough that I was like, okay, we'll do the thing. So we did the thing today. And he thoroughly enjoyed it. Except for the fact that we had a weird interaction with a woman and 2 other dogs who weren't even like in the enclosure. So what had happened was we were walking along this enclosed area, and I did realize, to be fair, at the end it does have like this sort of like kissing gates, so they are closed off and stuff, but the actual fence that surrounds it, some of it's not like the best fencing. So if Shadow was a tiny dog and if he wanted to, he full on could have escaped underneath this fence. So now I know this, but thankfully Shadow seems to be smart enough to not do this. So we're doing our thing, carrying along, and then he's running around, and all of a sudden I clock this woman, and Shadow's walking, like, you know, bouncing, bumbling over towards her, and the woman just starts like screaming, pull him back, pull him back. I'm like, okay. So I call Shadow over to me, and he comes right away. So he was on peak form. I was like, thank goodness, he is expertly well behaved. So we're like, you know, doing our best thing. So I call him over, stick him on lead, which I was gonna do it anyway because we were literally on our way out of this enclosure. So yeah, so she starts yelling, like, pull him back, and she's like terrified, right? And then I look, and she has 2 what look like quite large dogs. I don't know what kind of dogs they are, but they were quite large, and they had this sort of, you know, the sort of leads you can get that go around the mouth. They're not necessarily muzzles, but they help keep the dog, point the dog in the right direction sort of thing. So the 2 dogs, same kind of dogs. They looked like kind of big houndy type dogs. And so she had these 2 dogs, and I was like, oh, they obviously are like, and they started barking as soon as like he came close. They sort of went off. And so I was like, oh, they must be reactive dogs. That's fine. Like, you know, I'm not gonna blame them for if they react poorly around dogs. So, you know, again, call Shadow over to me. But it was really weird because this woman who like freaked out then started like telling off her dogs for barking and like acting all like going all, you know, reactive. And so I was kind of looking at it and I'm like, it seems less like you're afraid of your dogs reacting poorly and you not wanting that to have them experience that. And it seemed more like you have these 2 massive dogs that I don't think you can control if they get too carried away. Because she started like telling off this dog, being like, shut up, stop it, you know, calm down, do that. And I'm like, if this is a fear response from your dog, you probably shouldn't be like cursing it out for reacting out of fear. You know what I mean? But thankfully, it was fine because Shadow, again, he was on peak form. As soon as I called him to me, he came over, I stuck him on lead, and we just kept going. Because I figured the best way I can diffuse this situation is for us to leave the situation. Because she clearly doesn't want us around, and I'm like, that's fine. So that was an interesting one. And then we kept going. And so we kept continuing our walk, and you know, Shadow does his business. So I'm picking up his business. Whatever, as you do. This was the second one of the day. And suddenly my finger is very warm while I'm picking up the business. So dear chat, why do you think my finger was warm while I was picking up the business in that moment? I'll give you 3 guesses. obviously, there was a hole in the poo bag. So, my finger was warm because I had stuck it straight in the poop while I was picking it up. So that was fun. Luckily, I always carry hand sanitizer and tissues in my bag, so I was able to wipe up enough of what I could and sanitize the crap out of my hands, quite literally. And then, yeah, I had more poo bags so I could double bag it, sort it out. But of course, like, I'm standing there trying to sort things out, and Shadow's like, come on, can we keep walking, please? And I'm like, excuse me, sir, I need to deal with this. So, you best believe the first thing I did when we got home was scrub the bejesus out of my hands. So that was fun. And then on the way back, because where we live and sort of the walking route that we take in that area, it's right near a cemetery. And to be fair, these people were actually down the road. So I think they were going to congregate there, but it was interesting. I think they just lived on the same road that the cemetery was on. But there was a funeral procession getting ready. And they were doing like the horse-drawn funeral procession. So the horses were all geared up and people were like, you know, getting ready to load into the car and do the different things. And so when Shadow and I were walking by, I took note of them. And I think the guy who was like in charge of the horse-drawn carriage clocked us. And I don't know if I was amusing him or if he thought it was quite humorous, because I was like, oh, come on, Shadow. Like, the horses are working. Don't spook them. Like, don't disrupt them. I made sure we crossed the street while this was all happening, just to, like, give the grieving family and people space while we were doing all of this. But yeah, he was like sniffing around and he kind of clocked them, and I was like, please don't bark at the horses while they're working. Thankfully he didn't. He just kind of like clocked them and was like, okay, we'll keep going doing our thing. But I saw the guy who was in charge of the horses kind of smirking, like smiling at me. So I think he overheard me talking about the horses to Shadow, and I can't tell if he was amused in a fun way or in a this lady is nuts for talking to her dog like this. Okay, we have once again purled. I can definitely see there's points where I've like missed stitches and things. Like this section here looks a little wonky to me. But for the most part, I think we're okay. Lurking Recluse, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. How are you doing today? How are tings? How are tings? This is true. This is true. Obviously, if they're working, they probably are used to these different things. Absolutely. But morning. Okay. Good morning. But yeah. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Doing not too bad. We've switched up the space today. I remembered how to purl, so that was good. I made my notes. So now we're going to knit, and I'll see if I remember how to do that. And so hopefully today, we might actually get to live up to the instructions on the box that say this takes 2 hours. I'm still not holding my breath, but who knows? You know what I mean? We can only hope. But yeah. So we are doing a-okay today. Again, we are in substandard lighting conditions because we're down here. I have this lamp, but then I hold things way too high, so this probably isn't actually illuminating as much as it could be. But that's okay. Oops. But yeah, took a couple of... Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I think that's 100% what the case is. We took some time to learn the ropes, to do some practicing, and now we're actually doing the thing now. So, that's good. But yeah. Other than that, the plan is to continue doing this, and then actually, we should probably do a poll at some point of what we want the next kit to be. Because this one made sense to do next as the logic Aurora had presented to us, that it's still cold out, so therefore we should do the Snood because it may not be cold much longer. But once we do this, we have 2 more craft kits left. So we have a latch hook kit, like a rug latch hooking kit that's gonna be in the shape of a leaf of some kind. It's on the box, I just can't remember off the top of my head. I have a lurcher, so he's a mixture of a few different dogs. We gave him a doggy DNA test, so he is mostly Greyhound, Saluki, and Whippet. So it's basically Greyhound, Egyptian Greyhound, and Tiny Greyhound. So he's all the fast boys. But yeah, he just turned 2. Sometimes he says hello on stream. He sometimes makes appearances. Right now he's sleeping on the sofa over there, so maybe we'll be in luck and we'll get the rare shadow appearance. Yeah. So he's, yeah, exactly. So he has long hair too, which I think that's the kind of Saluki part that he gets. Because he's not like, you know, smooth, like a traditional sort of smooth Greyhound or Whippet. But yeah, he's just a big ol' happy goofball. We call him the world's fastest couch potato because like he loves to run and loves to do things like that, but then he also loves to just be belly up on the sofa for like 3 hours at a time. So, oh really? You did the DNA test also? A rough collie and a mutt. So what's the mutt majority or breakdown? How old are they as well? I love dogs. If you have any photos of your dogs you would like to share as well, I thoroughly welcome them. I love the doggy photos. We're quite thankful as well. I chalk it up. I don't know if that's the thing. Oh, Great Pyrenees, Golden Retriever, and a pit. Oh, wow. That's a fun combination. So they're sort of like a medium, large-esque dog. That's awesome. Yeah, I do. It's a it's a channel point redeem, but you've been here for a little bit, so you probably have enough points to redeem into the group. How much is it? Let me check. He's about 60 pounds. Yeah. Yeah, it's like 300 channel points to redeem, and then I can yeah, 300. Thanks, Pete. And then I'll whisper you the link. It's just so we ensure that we only have people in the Discord who truly want to be there. I'll also refund those points to you as well. So it's not like that's all your options. You know what I mean? Cool. Excellent. Let's whisper. I will send that to you right now. Invite. Copy. And paste. There we go. And then you can fill in the introduce yourself section. I can add you to the map of friendship. You snuck in through the back, didn't you, Pete? Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, it was from a friend of mine was doing it, and so I asked them if I could also do that because it seemed like a nice idea. I think I don't know, I feel like theirs has opened up a little bit more recently, but there was a time, I think, where there was a lot of kind of unsavory people showing up in the Discord, so they sort of, like a few creators banded together to sort of put it behind kind of a paywall in a way, a channel point paywall, if you will, to just make that a little bit safer. But yeah. I should probably bring down a tape measurer at some point because we're gonna have to measure the circumference of Shadow's head. Because he does have a tiny head, but I still think we have, like, you know, a ways to go before we have to, like, really be concerned about it. But we probably should, just for general reference sake, so we know when to stop. you know? So hopefully, yeah, I can only assume we will make decent progress, since I appear to have retained the information that we learned yesterday, which is good. You know, you can teach old dogs new tricks. But yes, oh yes, sorry, I was trying to think what I was saying before I got distracted. The next kits, the 2 kits. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, so a rug hooking kit and then an embroidery kit that I've had for ages that I've just never gotten around to doing. I think the embroidery one as well will be an example, or will be something that will require us like testing how to do different stitches. And so that will probably be one of those things where the kit itself won't take very long, but learning how to do the craft might take a stream, followed by like the kit. You know what I mean? That's at least what I'm assuming is gonna happen. Okay, we just knitted. Now we're back on pearly business, right? Rocking fascinates me. Yeah. Yeah, again, it was one of those things that, you know what it was? It's because my partner's aunt bought a kit and then was like, I'm never gonna do this. Would you like it? And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do it. So I made myself a bubble tea. So if I'm chewing at one point, it's because I'm chewing the boba. Your mom did at some point. Yeah, doing macrame. I feel like those sort of like larger fiber art type things probably have a lot of transferable skills. So I wouldn't be surprised if she dabbled in a few of them. Yeah, I bought this bubble tea kit at TK Maxx for funsies, and I keep forgetting to use it. So today I was like, I'm making bubble tea on top of, you know, having OG hot tea as well. So we just have all the tea options for today. We have warm tea and hot tea. Okay. So we're back to purling. Oh my goodness. Was her crafting part of her business? Like, was that part of it? You have coffee right now. It's all right. we won't slander you for having the other warm beverage. To be fair, I definitely am a morning coffee drinker. Do one. She owned beauty salons. Oh, wow. So it's more just that she was really, really busy. So then when she would craft, it's like you only have so much time, so you need to be strategic into what you're doing. Your time is precious when you own multiple businesses. Beauty salon empire, it sounds like your mom had. Good for her. That's awesome. We love an entrepreneurial person, you know? That's awesome. Okay. Purling away. Purling the pearls. Which is right to me. Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah. That also is a thing. Yeah, so not only badass entrepreneur lady, also woman of the world. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, it's interesting because I know my mom, because my mom was a nurse. She's a retired nurse. And so she worked a lot of like night shift and stuff. And so a lot of times, herself included, they would do things like if they were on night shift and they were like nothing was really happening, they would like knit or do other crafts. And so she's made a few scarves, like, in my recent memory, but when I was, like, really little and I don't have any memories of it, like, she made me and my brother, like, elaborate knitted jackets with patterns and stuff like that. And she even looks back at some of them because we still have so many of them saved. And she's like, how did I do this? I don't understand. She's also, like, a really big sewer. So, like I said, she mostly quilts, but she also made me a lot of Barbie clothes growing up, too. And even still, like, because it's so tiny and intricate, like, you're making tiny dresses. And she's like, how? How did I do this? I'm like, I don't know. Because you're awesome. You didn't have, like, you had the eyesight? I'm not sure. The eyesight and the willpower. Magic. Yeah, honestly. Yeah, we used to joke that she wasn't a stereotypical mom because she never, we used to joke, like, you know, when you have, like, again, the stereotypes don't matter, but, you know, there was the mom stereotypes that, like, oh, we would, like, bake cookies together and stuff like that. And it was like, no, my mom doesn't bake me cookies. She dyes my hair funky colors and makes me Barbie clothes. And to be fair, I preferred it that way. I went through a phase where I had so many, like, chunky streaks in my hair. Yeah, I never got that either, right? Exactly. Hey, man, you don't got time to bake cookies when you're building a beauty empire. I don't really get tiny sewing things. Yeah, it's true. People who can do that kind of stuff are next level. But again, I think it's not so much that, like, you don't have the capacity, like, your brain and your understanding. It's just the eyes that go, or sometimes, like, the finger dexterity. That was the biggest thing I found when we were working on our miniature kit, was, like, sometimes my fingers were too big for what was being asked of me. Mom was a great cook, but I think the first thing she told me when I was 22. Oh, wow, yeah. My nan was a knitter, so she had her own chair. That's amazing. To be fair, my sister-in-law, her brother, I think, has, like, a hella yarn stash. And it's, like, it bleeds over into other parts of the house. So her parents are like, you need to start either making stuff with it or you need to move out because you got too much stuff. Unless you want crooked lines. Hey, man, that could be a strategic design choice. You never know. Strategic design choices. Man, you just picked up so much yarn yesterday. Yeah, but you know you're going to go through it probably quite quickly, right? Whereas I think, again, it's similar. I think it's very similar to, like, with my mom and people who are quilters with, like, fabric. Where it's just, like, really pretty yarn, or it's, like, really high quality or really whatever. So same with fabric. You get, like, a really pretty pattern and then you're like, that's amazing. I want it. I don't have a project for it yet. I think that's the biggest thing. When people buy supplies before they actually have a project to make them with, then you end up with a lot of overstock and a lot of just, like, stash of stuff that you don't know what to use. But if, like, for instance, in your case, because you know what you're making, you're strategically going out and buying stuff to do those things. So I think the stash will dwindle much quicker than I think for some other people. So yes, it's more strategic to buy for a project in mind instead of just for the whimsy. Though that can be difficult. You know, to be fair, I almost did that. I forget where it was. I think me and my friend were on some high street somewhere, and it was like a haberdashery shop, and there was, like, scrap bits of fabric, and there was this one panel that was, like, this beautiful woodland panel, and I'm like, this is gorgeous. And it's small, but I'm like, I literally would not know what to make with it, so I didn't pick it up, even though my, like, you know, forest core brain was like, this is gorgeous, you need it. And I was like, to do what? To just sit in my cupboard and look pretty? So, unfortunately, no. Okay, again, pearls, done. Helps to say it out loud. So I'm like, we have now purled and now we knit. We are now in knit mode, but not before we have a beverage. One thing I bought that I don't particularly use for. Oh yeah. Ooh. But see, my forest core brain is like deep green. Right, so you've already done some, so you've kind of backburnered that color for now. That's fair. Sorry, I'm just chewing. Okay. We're knitting now, right? You're picky about greens. I feel that. I feel like there's a fine line. Lion brand. Ashland Pine. Ooh, yeah. Definitely. But yes, I understand the desire for specific greens, because some greens and also some browns can end up looking like baby puke or baby sick. So you got to be very strategic, because there is a chance that, yeah, you make that call and you think this is really cute and this is a really beautiful color, and then you get somewhere and it's like, now that looks like baby barf. I'm sorry, but it does. But no, that's a gorgeous color that you have there. My mother-in-law watches a lot of like design DIY YouTube channels, and one of the people were redesigning, I think it was a bathroom or something. And so she picked this green color, and even her coworker was like, it looks like baby sick. And she's like, no, it's a beautiful color. It's nice and like calming and whatever. And she's like, you don't have kids. If you had kids, you would know exactly what this shade is, and there's nothing pretty about it. I hear movement. I'm sure what'll happen is Shadow will get up, and then he'll move from one end of the sofa to the other end of the sofa. He likes to do that. He likes to have options. He can't be contained. Transfer and pick up crew on. Oh, perfect! No, we still got loads. We still got a decent place to go. It's like, this is so much more than we obviously had yesterday, but I'm like, it's still not enough to even slightly wrap over his head. So I'm like, he's got a tiny head, but his head is not this tiny. I think this wouldn't even fit over like a Chihuahua head. So we got time. Who knows, guys? If this turns out decent, maybe I'm making snoods for all the dogs in my life. All of my friends' dogs are gonna get snoods now. Good evening, Kat. Oh, I guess good morning for you. How are tings? How are tings? Have things slowed down now that you've sorted out all the business account stuffs? I'll take a snood, right? You get a snood, you get a snood, everybody gets a snood. Yeah, I'll make you friendship snoods like in Wednesday. I think that's what they were. A friendship snood. Good as eating an apple. Ooh, the Winchesters. Is that the one about like the Winchester house? Can mine be black? Yeah. See, it doesn't help that we're probably both Wednesday. You know what I mean? So we would both have black snoods. we would both be the Wednesday in this situation. We don't have an Enid in our life. Actually, you know what? We do, and it's Noon Day. 10 out of 10. Oh, the Winchesters from Supernatural. Right. Is that the prequel series? I will also take green. Ooh, because it'll make my ass pop. Also a good idea. Yeah, could you imagine if I just I start making people snoods and then it's like they find out it's actually from a dog snood pattern? Because I assume that it's like pretty similar. It would be the same, just bigger for human necks. You know what I mean? The only reason it's a dog snood is because it's smaller for a dog. But we can just scale it up. Yeah. It's pretty damn truthful. Really? Is it truthful in terms of like the show behind the scenes, or is it about like it's like a prequel stuff? Because I feel like there was some Jared and Jensen drama. Try saying that 12 times fast. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, post away. We have like a pet section. And so honestly, if you want to spam that section with all of the animal pictures, please do. Please do. Okay. Oh, yeah. But I think they're good now. Yeah. Oh, were they? Oh, that's good. That's good. They've changed some stuff around. Were you super into Supernatural when it originally aired? No, you binged it while I was at work. That's fair. Yeah. Are you the type of person too where like you will start watching something and even if it's like not something you're super invested in, you're like, I have to see how it ends? Because that's what I'm like, especially on like a trashy movie. Sometimes I'll lose the plot of a TV show if I've not watched the episodes for a long time and it's like I don't really care to revisit. Jin's too damn hot for his own good. Yeah, the only reason you stayed. Fair enough. Depends what it is. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so movies, I'll be like, I just want to see how it ends. Because, like, honestly, especially on the Canadian Sci-Fi Channel network, there were some trash movies. But me and my dad are like, we gotta see how it ends. we just gotta. Let me see the doggies and the kitten. Sandwich. I like his name is Sandwich. Sandwich, coffee bean, and chowder, and crouton. I love their names. Oh, I love dogs with food names. I just like animals with food names. Coffee bean and chowder. Chowder's such a cute name for an animal. And crouton. Mr. Hamwich. I love that. Mr. Sam Hamwich. I love it. Yeah. So good. Okay. We knitted, right? And now we're purling, if I remember correctly. I did drink some Last Generation. Oh, did you, Sambuca? That's awesome. Okay. Yes, I do believe that is what we did. So now we're back to purling. I got distracted by the aminals. Like I cut off the Elvis movie. Oh, really? Yeah. That is it the Austin Butler one? How is it? Chowdy just looks like a chowdy cat. It's also Baz Luhrmann, so it's like very over the top and stuff, right? Like very Moulin Rouge-esque, right? If I get 2 dogs, I want to call them Rolex and Timex, and they would be my watchdogs. But that's actually not bad though. I feel like Rolex would actually be a funny name. It was good up until that point. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I feel like, especially with like older rock stars, like older people that are like, you know, considered pop culture icons and stuff, better than Shark or Dave. Hey man, I think a dog named Shark would be funny. But yeah, how like there's all of these like pop culture icons, and then it's like you actually take a look at their personal lives and you're like, ooh. And then people will obviously say like, oh, the culture and of the time and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, but that doesn't make it not bad, you know? That doesn't make it condonable. My sister loves Elvis. I don't get it. His music's okay. Yeah, just drove up. Oh, really? She drove up to Memphis? Really? Henry Cavill? Oh, no. Oh, no. That makes me sad. Just drove up to Memphis. Really? For Lisa Marie's funeral. Wow, my partner's name is Dave. Dave, not sure. Ha, that'd be confusing. Meet my dog, Dave. Yeah, exactly. See, again, this is why, though, I never put... Was he in the Jesus movie that Mel Gibson did? Henry Cavill is Superman until recently, and the dude from The Witcher. If you either watch The Witcher or the DC Supermans. I'm not sure. Yeah, Mel Gibson's a piece of work too. But yeah, that's why I don't put any celebrities on a pedestal, because they could turn around and be terrible and we don't know anything about them. So I never, like if something come out about somebody, I'd be like, I would be sad about it. Like I'm a bit sad about Henry Cavill being sketchy. I need to look that up now. But I'm not gonna like defend people to the grave. I'm like, yeah, probably. People are flawed and people can do bad stuff. Yeah, I had a few on them over the pandemic. Yeah. You know who hasn't disappointed me? Danny DeVito. That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. When Danny DeVito helped out Mara Wilson when her parents died. He's a good guy. Yeah, I wonder who are like the most unproblematic people. Yes, yeah. Yeah, Jodie Foster's cool. She was also like one of the, it's so funny how people forget how she was actually like a child star as well. Aw, see? Yeah. But yeah, I wonder who is the most unproblematic person in all of Hollywood. I'm sure there's very few. I'm a sucker for Brie Larson. Even Elizabeth Olsen as well, but I don't know enough about them. Again, if it came out tomorrow that something shady had happened, I would be sad, but, you know. Paul Giamatti. Yeah, Paul Giamatti. He's a giant nerd. That's funny. I didn't realize that about him. He always seemed like a cool dude, though. Right, we're purling. Oh, Henry Cavill. Oh, interesting. Yeah, Keanu Reeves seems like a very precious baby boy that needs to be protected at all costs. It is true. It's because you like bald men, Kat. Paul Giamatti or Stanley Tucci? Yes, Mr. Tooch. Very good. He became passionate. Yes. Oh, like that Henry guy. Mm-hmm. Pulled him with beer chef's kiss. Judgy? Yeah, that seems right. Picard. Mm-hmm. No, I think you're maybe right the first time without the E. Yeah, and Picard, isn't it him and the guy from Lord of the Rings? Patrick Stewart. And then who's the guy from Lord of the Rings? And they have like the bestest little friendship. Oh, I know. Damn, it escapes me. Who am I thinking of? Let me go. Yes, Ian McKellen. Yeah, their friendship is just so wholesome and wonderful. My partner's yelling at me from the kitchen. Yes, Dave coming in with the knowledge. Perfect. I love it. I love it. Thank you, Dave. See, oh, this is unfortunate though, because guys, I'm participating in our good friend Saul's quiz on Sunday. And, you know, clearly based on my ability to remember names and stuff, we might be in for a rough ride. He says, welcome. Excellent. Okay. Ooh, boop, 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 bloop, bloop. He's making us waffles. Aw, wow. He's like Donkey from Shrek. And in the morning, I'm making waffles. Don't care. Again, I will die on the hill that the soundtrack from Shrek slaps. Always and forever. I want waffles. You'll sanitize. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I do. I definitely got my like enjoyment of it from my dad. My dad loves like sci-fi fantasy stuff. But to be fair, he'll pretty much watch anything. It's really funny because you know how sometimes there'll be like those lists of like 101 shows you need to see before you die, or like how many movies or something like that. And usually he's the one who's seen the most because he'll watch his own sci-fi stuff, and then he'll watch like whatever my mom wants to watch. And he used to, on the weekends at noon on the Family Channel in Canada, they used to always play the Disney Channel original movies. And we would sit and watch them together. So he's seen a lot of those. So he'll just watch anything. You want another Lord of the Rings tattoo? Yes, well, your potato one turned out so good. I've heard of the show The Orville. That's with Seth MacFarlane, isn't it? I don't know if it's on Apple. I think it's on... Do you know the Overly Sweet movies? No, I've never heard of this. Can't really stand too many though. Oh, like the super, like, bubblegum poppy movies. Wait, we're knitting. Sorry. I've never heard if that's a brand of film. Yeah, I don't know. I've noticed now, I'm also not a big fan of like, Hallmark. Yeah, no, I can't. Things that are like, I like things that are deliberately cringy, but when things are trying to be earnest and they're coming off as cringy, I struggle with it. I'm also not a big fan of like romance movies and stuff. I've noticed that. To be fair, honestly, lately, mostly I just watch cartoons. To be completely honest. Last night, Liam and I revisited a couple episodes of Samurai Jack, which is so good. And then, yeah, I've been watching a lot of anime. Okay, they're trying to how to turn them off. Yeah, just wasn't in the mood. Did anyone watch the Lindsay Lohan Christmas one? I listened to a movie podcast, and so they rated it, so I don't feel the need to watch it because I've listened to somebody talk about it. But also, I feel like that one was probably very cringe. How was it, Kat? How was it? It was hilariously awful. That's the general consensus that I've heard. I've heard that Lindsay Lohan and Cord Overstreet had zero chemistry. Don't know Samurai Jack. No, it's actually a Cartoon Network show. So it's like cartoon stylized. It's like not super gory. The last season, when they moved to Adult Swim, was actually a little bit more. But it's not gratuitous. Like, all of the violence has a purpose. But basically, Samurai Jack is about a samurai who gets transported into the future by, like, this demon named Haku, and he has to try to get back to the past to stop Haku from taking over the world. But it's very good. I try, but yeah, aw. It was funny because in the podcast that I listened to, they were saying that she probably could be a better actress if, like, because she genuinely was an amazing child actress. I think she's just gotten a lot of work done, and so she can't make facial features, you know? She can't emote because her face is very frozen. That's the theory that they were going with. Yeah, that's fair. Honestly, animated shows aren't for everyone, so I respect that. The different movie chases. Sorry, Chris and Dr. Oh, did you? What season are you starting with? You can hardcore recommend for all mankind. Oh, what channel is that one on? I don't think I've ever heard of that one. On Apple TV. Interesting. My parents have Apple TV. I wonder if my dad's seen that one. Because again, he's the sci-fi dude in my life. Mr. Sci-Fi Man. Yeah, what season of Doctor Who have you started Chris on, Kat? I used to watch it a lot with my dad, but again, once I moved out, I sort of like lost the plot. But I have a deep appreciation for it. Ooh, season 9. I'm trying to think who is the Doctor in that season. Oh, Christopher Eccleston. Interesting. Yeah. Basically take the US from the 60s and beyond instead of the US. Oh, interesting. To be fair, I think that Christopher Eccleston is actually the year that I started. And then it was the David Tennant with the whole Rose story arc with Billy Piper. And I feel like that is considered one of the most beloved and most controversial because I do think that the Doctor was in love. And I think there was a whole thing about like that not really being a thing. But I loved them. And then we watched, I think I watched a bit of the Matt Smith season. Oh, you don't like Billy Piper? Yeah. No, that's fair, honestly. I don't know what it was. You know what it is? I think it's because when I was a kid, I had this compilation album that had a Billy Piper song on it. And then it just became a thing that I was like, Billy Piper is so wonderful. But I don't actually know if she's that great of an actress. My fave companion. Oh, interesting, was Clara. That's what the Matt Smith season, right? Mm-hmm. Or no, Amy was with Matt Smith. Was Clara with Peter Capaldi? I can't remember. Okay, we've knitted, right? Now we're purling. I'm only like half keeping track, but it doesn't look super wonky, so I assume that's what I'm doing. Hi, Saul. Good afternoon, good sir. How are you this fine afternoon / evening? Wow, coming in hot with the redeems. All right, sir. All right. Another brick in the wall. Really? Because I did that one thing that one time. All right. Let's remember that we're purling. Okay? We're going to just double down on the purl. So we remember that we're purling. Okay. So guys, if you don't know, Saul just redeemed karaoke time, in which I will perform a karaoke song of your choosing. And he has chosen Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd. Am I gonna put on a really terrible British accent while it happens? Maybe. We will see. Let's find a Sing King and see. It is a good song. Oops. Oops. I just wanna search. Oh my god. Okay, hang on. This way. Pink Floyd. Let me spell the name. If I just say Pink F, it should show up. Oh, Pink F just comes up with pink. Interesting. Pink, Fleetwood Mac. Greatest Showman. Wow. Watch them not have it. Another brick in the wall. I don't think they have it. Oh, Sing King doesn't have it. What was the other karaoke site you told me about? I guess I can just Google it. Brick in the Wall karaoke. Wow, 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 wow. Oh, wasn't it Stingray is the other one? Another Brick in the Wall part 2. I assume that's the one, right? Let's go through the ad. You can send a link, yeah? I found a Stingray karaoke version, so. But yeah, if you can find a link and send it. Send her on over. And we will wait for the end of the ads before we start the performance. Okay. Back? All right, perfect. We're just finding the karaoke of Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd. You sent on Discord? Okay, cool. That's fine. That works too. I will receive it however. Oh, Zoom karaoke. Interesting. Cool. I don't know if we've done this one before. Okay. Let's turn off the pretzel rocks. Let's transition the camera. Let's crank up the tunes and see how it goes. Saul came in today and chose violence. No, it's fine. It'll be fun, guys. We got this. Oh, there's a Sheen ad in the middle of the things. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. This is how I sing it too. Perfect, Cat. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Hey, teacher, leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. You like it? All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. We don't need no education. We don't need no thought control. No dark sarcasm in the classroom. I feel like because it's just my Mary Poppins accent, right? Teachers, leave the kids alone. I don't know how to do. Should I do a posh one? Should we do a posh British accent? Hey, teachers, leave those kids alone. No, it's still coming off as 80-year-old Biddy, isn't it? All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. All in all, you're just another brick in the wall. There we go. That's the Mary Poppins one. Oh, was that it? Is this like a... You're crying. Is there like... This is an ad break? Not an ad break. Intermission. Okay. Who's singing? I thought the Queen came back to life. Oh dear. USS is trying to do work and here I am. Serenading. I'm surprised Shadow's not got up and left the room. Here we go. This is me and my mini guitar. Here we go. Look at this. Oh no, we're in the middle of stuff. I can't use the knitting needles. Oh, the song's over. We're just playing out. This is end scene.
I'm a 13.
That song's a lot shorter than I thought it was gonna be. That was good. There we go. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm here for the next 3 hours. Well, 2 hours. I'm so offended at the accent, but I'm not even mad. Honestly, trust me, I only do 2 kinds of accents. Trust me, Liam has bared witness to many the terrible English accent. My only 2 frames of reference for British English, despite the fact that I have lived in England for the last 5 years and have many English accent influences, in terms of my personal accent, it's either posh, stuffy, Queenie accent or rugged hoodlum from Coronation Street. Those are the only 2 frames of reference that I had growing up, so therefore when I attempt a British accent, those are the only 2 types that come out. Much to be fair though, see, I run around attempting the British accent all the time. Everyone in my life is afraid to do a Canadian accent. So that just means that my British accent is somewhat doable. Except, because, no one can do the Canadian one, apparently. We should see. Saul, do you think you can do one? Oh, dear. Oh, dear. The clip has been clipped. I feel like because it's just my Mary Poppins accent, right? Teachers, leave the kids alone. I don't know how to do. Should I do a posh one? Oh God. Hey, teachers, leave those kids alone. Oh, they're both bad. They're both bad accents. Yeah, you got the classroom part. You got the distinct accent switch where there really was no switch in accent, was there? Thank you very much. All right. And we're purling. It's all right. Saul, like you said, worth every tea token. You too, for 3,000 tokens, can make me sing some more. Oh geez. Yeah, Aurora is dying. Aurora, I don't know, to be fair, Aurora, I don't know if I've ever done my terrible British accents for you before. So you were in for a treat. The Snood is going. It's looking like, an elongated washcloth right now. But I'm not mad about it. We'll see how far we get. We might get to a point where we actually need to measure Shadow and see if it will fit around his head. But I don't think so far for now. I think we're all right. I'm trying to think of what other obnoxious British renditions of songs I could provide for you in the future. I was thinking about The Darkness the other day. Do you guys remember The Darkness? I feel like they probably had multiple bops, but they were really a one-hit wonder in my eyes. Actually, Saul, I'm surprised you don't do a rendition of I Believe in a Thing Called Love by The Darkness. Left shadow ever needs to be. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I feel like Saul you should add that to your karaoke song list. You know? I think that would be fabulous. Oh, very good. Very good. Maybe I will. I don't have enough tokens for you, but what about Wonderwall and Tasha's amazing British accent? Oh dear. Yeah, that definitely could happen. English Country Garden was my favorite song. Ooh, I don't actually know that one. That's a Darkness song, Kat? Yeah, do my best Oasis, my best Gallagher brother. Do I have to get in a fight with my brother in order for it to be truly authentic? Yep, it was on that album. Oh, awesome. I know they did a Christmas album too, I'm pretty sure The Darkness did. You got that one for Christmas. Awesome. I feel like another band that was sort of one-hit wonder that came out around that time, I don't think they're British, but I feel like they kind of match the same vibe in a different way, with Scissor Sisters. They also were naturally very campy and outlandish. What kind of music? I guess like dancey music. Dancey pop music. Kind of. What years we talking? Or decade? The 2000s, I think. Man, it gave me the censored version, and I returned it for the regular one. That's incredible. She didn't want to ruin your wholesome nature, and you're like, Auntie, nah. You know, The Darkness? Oh, what year? Let's do some Googling. Right, we are still purling. Remind me we are purling. The Darkness, the rock band. Yeah, 2003. Hey man, all the power to you. My musical tastes are, to be fair, for the most part, again, because of a generational thing, my musical taste, palette, and such is stuck in the, 90s, 2000s. Heard of Witch Doctor? Yes, absolutely. Isn't that the ooh, ee, ooh, ah, ah, bing, bang, walla, walla, bing, bang? I'm pretty sure in the Rugrats movie they do a version of that while they're in the jungle and all the monkeys are flying around. So yes, you were a senior in high school. Mm-hmm. Vogue and C'est La Vie. Oh, dude, C'est La Vie by Bewitched is a bop. Some people say I look like me dad. See, that's approaching my attempt at an Irish accent, which is probably worse. You're stuck in the 60s, 70s, 80s. That's fair. And then at the end, it's fight like me dad as well. You catch those bits. Those are the classic bits, the talky bits in the C'est La Vie song. If you're not paying attention. But I like lyrics. Yeah. Just need the Welsh Scottish accent. Oh, geez, no. Liam's granddad is Scottish. I don't know. He might... Yeah, it depends. I think it depends on the genre, for sure. I think, obviously, if it's the generic kind of pop synth stuff, you're right. There's not a whole much going on. But I think there's probably a lot of like alternative music or a lot of like singer-songwritery stuff that probably hits pretty hard now as well. But I also, again, I say this as somebody who's not really invested in any new music since like 2015. So modern day, yeah. Jolene in a Scottish accent. I don't even know how I would do that. I feel like all I can think of is like when Liam's granddad's like, "Hoy, laddie!" Nope. No, and to be fair, sometimes he talks and I don't really fully understand what he's saying. Oh, enjoy your waffles. Stop. Waffle time. Hosier's lyrics. Yeah, I think they definitely... Oh, speaking of music, let's turn back on the lo-fis. It's too quiet in here. Rush is good. Rush is also Canadian. Geddy Lee. They also have really, like, musically interesting stuff. Can't stand Rush, you know what? It's probably, I feel like Rush isn't for everyone. I feel like Rush is an acquired taste, for sure. But they are rock royalty in Canada. Okay, we pearled, right? True musicians and lyrically. Can't be pert. Oh, yes. No, definitely. Yeah, no, Rush is a big thing in my family. Queen is also a very big thing in my family. My mom loves Freddie. We are knitting now. Have you seen the musical adaptation? And Elton John? Yeah. First cassette was the Queen cassette. That's amazing. Ah, cassettes too. That's awesome though. I still have some cassettes. But yeah, my cassettes are very 90s. I have Hanson Oombop on cassette. I have Britney Spears' Baby One More Time on cassette. I have Mary-Kate and Ashley's Greatest Hits on cassette. Billy Ray Cyrus, That Achy Breaky Heart. Yeah. What is it? Don't tell my heart, my achy breaky heart. I just don't think they'll understand. Yeah, as well. Disney stuff. Yeah, absolutely. That's another one. We could do some country, some like southern accent country stuff. So I might not be able to do Scottish Jolene, but I can do country Jolene. Jolene. There's a fire attached to grabbing Liam Shadow. Honestly, Kay, don't even. You guys have seen that meme, or I think I made a reel, and it was like, I'm moving halfway across the country. Make sure I only bring the essentials. The essentials. My Barbie collection, my Beanie Baby collection, my CD collection. I know where my priorities are. My favorite Pink Floyd album was the live one they put out a while ago. It's called Pulse, and the CD's really cool. Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, honestly, Saul, though, you laugh, but you've not lived until you heard the pizza song, okay? Yeah, I don't know, guys. I feel like you would all be thoroughly disappointed in my, like, favorite albums. Because I am, you know, a basic-atch pop bitch. So, Soul puts me in a certain place. Smelled of weed a bit. Yeah. No, you best believe they're coming with me. Me and all of my nostalgic belongings, plus the two loves of my life, Liam and Shadow. But Shadow's not allowed anywhere near my Beanie Babies. For obvious reasons. He's not allowed. Oh, see, I have the Princess Di one as well. They're not in boxes, though. She still has her tag on her, though. Some of mine don't have tags on them. And I completely blame my brother for that. Because he would play with my Beanie Babies and not respect them. You missed the Beanie Baby craze. Yeah. What was your craze? Or did you ever get behind a specific craze, Lurking Recluse? Was there, what was the, you never really, oh, you never collected. Yeah, was there something you did collect? What was something, what did everybody collect? What was their thing? No? That's fair. Good music. Yeah, valid. Ooh. I was always gifted Beanie Babies by my great-grandparents. So they naturally have like a soft place in my heart for that. Pogs. Jeez, Pogs. Beanie Babies, Tamagotchi, schools we have ever for cute checks. Oh. That's cute. Tamagotchis. Yeah, Beanie Babies. I didn't have a Tamagotchi. I had like a Gigapet. I had like a off-brand Tamagotchi. Interesting. Yeah. That's fair. They didn't realize the marketing potential of children at that time. What a nice time it was, I'm sure. Before the constant bombardment of advertising. Oh, yeah. Did you have one of the blow-up chairs? I had one of the blow-up plastic chairs. And I had beaded curtains. The calculators. Oh, that's cool. Serial, yes. Serials had demo games in them. Absolutely. You had, me too. Mine was also purple. Mm-hmm. You made your own beaded curtains. I had like a multi-chrome purpley one. And then I also had a dolphin one because I had a dolphin themed room. Absolutely. Exactly. I think a lot of the times there was a lot of a resurgence in the early 2000s of 60s related stuff. So yes. But that happens with everything, right? Things always get cycled. Yeah. Okay. We were knitting, right? Now we're purling again. We are now purling once more. Cracker Jacks. I've heard of that. You know why? You know why I've heard of Cracker Jacks? Is because in the Meatloaf song, 2 out of 3 ain't bad, they have a whole bridge about Cracker Jack boxes. And that's how I know about Cracker Jacks. Watch Copycat. Yeah, no problem. Yes, you get to leave early, Kat. It's Friday. My Little Pony, Beanie Babies. Barney. Cracker Jacks rock. That's awesome. We are purling. Yeah, 2 out of 3 ain't bad. That's how I learned that. Oh yeah, definitely. I think my mom actually went and saw it. Oh my goodness. A Shadow Stream supporter raid. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. From the depths of the the things. Yes, Leia Toys. Absolutely. It's so funny because you guys said Shadow Stream and I instantly thought of my dog Shadow and got very confused. But I know what you mean now. Yes, yes, yes. Welcome in, welcome in. Hi, hi. Yes, 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 yes. Very good, very good. Hello, hello. Discord Shadow Raid. He's a lurcher, so he's a mix of Greyhound, Saluki, and Whippet. Who's to say we aren't your dog? Honestly, fair. He is sleeping on the sofa right now, but I can't see him. So I wouldn't be surprised if he suddenly developed opposable thumbs and could type from multiple different Twitch accounts. I wouldn't put it past him. He's a smart cookie. He knows how to spin in both directions. He's an ambi-turner. Whippets are cool, yeah. He's like a long-haired kind of whippet and bigger than that, but is good. But yes, welcome, welcome in, guys. You are experiencing... Oh, Practical Porsche, thank you so much for the follow. You are experiencing me learning to knit in real time. This is what, the 3rd stream of us attempting to do this? We are making a doggy Snood, speaking of Shadow, out of this kit. The kit said it would take 2 hours to do. This is our 3rd stream attempting this, and I stream for 3 hours at a time. So that just goes to show you that the box is a lie. But we're making the most of it. We had to do some practice runs. We watched a lot of tutorials. You know, we're learning from various friends we've met on the Twitchiverse. And so, yeah, that's what we're doing. Normally, the box is made of cardboard. It is. It's full of cardboard and lies. But yes, get hyped. So, yeah, so that's what we're doing. You previously missed a beautiful rendition of mine of Another Brick in the Wall by Pink Floyd, where I attempted not 1 but 2 British accents with very little, well, I don't know. Apparently people were cry laughing, so I guess that means it was good, right? You want to say cardboard for 3 days? Good times. Hey man, we gotta do what we gotta do. I respect that. I have celiac disease and have to eat gluten-free, and back in the day when they were first coming out with gluten-free bread, it did taste like cardboard, so sympathy. You're still cry laughing. Uh-oh, guys, I broke Saul. One Brit is more than enough. Yeah. Yeah. We got a few of them. I myself am Canadian, but I live in the UK. So yes. So I'm married to a Brit. And I'm sure he would also say that 1 Brit is enough. We are purling. I tried to put it in a vegan cookbook. Oh yeah, It's all about the sauces and the seasonings, you guys. What is happening? I don't even know, man. I don't even know, Kat. Oh yeah, you went to go wash up your cup, and then we got raided by a shadow raid. So chaos, and you know what? They called themselves a shadow raid, and so I thought they were talking about my dog. So then we had a moment where we thought that Shadow may have grown opposable thumbs and was able to, you know, use the internet, and he wasn't sleeping on the sofa because I can't see him right now. But it's okay now. Paper is bad, but cardboard is so good. Yeah. Get hyped, get pumped. But yeah, usually I'm a cross stitcher / needle felter, but we were gifted, and by we, I mean the royal we as in I, was gifted many a craft kit over the winter. So this month has been dedicated to craft kits, and I think the craft kitting will move over into February as well. Vegetarian can be vegan. Yeah, I keep thinking I could probably be vegetarian, but yeah, the vegan, I like cheese too much. And mayo. Though, the vegan mayo is not bad. But yeah, so we're working on craft kits. So far we have made a paper terrarium and an Alice in Wonderland miniature kit by the brand Row Life. If you guys are interested, Instagram. Over here on the gram is where all of the current creations have been uploaded. Like cheese too much? Yes. I am we too. One of us tells us who one. Oh yeah. I like milk in my tea and coffee. Yeah, that's true too. That's true. Oh, thank you very much, Pete. Pete, guys, good guy Pete always wants to make sure that I am taking care of myself in and amongst all the chaos. You are a cheesy fella too, and I just could never get enough of you, Saul. This is why I can never be vegan, because I love me cheesy boys so much. Cut out a lot of meat recently. Yeah. We've not really, like, I guess restaurants and stuff we might still order from, but like we haven't had beef in the house in such a long time. You take care of us. I try to bring you beautiful renditions of Pink Floyd songs and, you know, interesting attempts at knitting and all sorts of goodness. So okay, we're purling, making bolognese today. Ooh. I remember when I first heard the term, so in the UK, when you talk about making bolognese or like spaghetti bolognese, they just call it a spag bowl. And I remember the first time I heard them being like, oh, I had a spag bowl for dinner. I thought that was one word and that was a specific food dish that I had just never heard of before. Some like distinctly random British thing. And it's like, no, that's just the shorthand of spaghetti bolognese. They just call it spag bowl. So now I know. Yeah, I'm like, what is this obscure British cuisine you guys keep going on about? It's just spaghetti bolognese, guys. That's all it means. Oh, next door's getting a delivery. Interesting. I'm not being nosy. Oh. Ooh, sticky toffee pudding is a bop. Liam's cousin makes a really good one that's based off of a Nigella recipe, and she managed to make it gluten-free, and it's so good every time she makes it. Yeah, that's what I call it, because I can't skate. Yeah. Do you call it paschetti? That's what we used to call it as kids. And then, you know how sometimes you say something that is a word? There's a person dropping off a package from Parcel Force, and now he is walking away. So I assume successful delivery of the parcel was had, or the parcel has been left on the porch. Oh, lurk, no problem, feathers. Appreciate the lurky lurks. Ooh, and crumpets. Yeah, I haven't had a crumpet in a long time. But sticky toffee pudding is thebomb.com. Double-decker chocolate bars. I don't think those are gluten-free, so I have never personally had one. Okay. Let me remember. We are knitting now, right? Yes. Knitting commences. Canadian ketchup chips. To be fair, you know actually what I miss, and we've sort of found them, is dill pickle chips from Canada. It's the dill pickle-y. See, the guy throws it at the door. Yeah. No, this guy was good. He was actually decent. He had a trolley. He wasn't just like, you know, because sometimes they do. Sometimes the delivery people just like don't care. And honestly, I don't blame them, but also don't be mean to my parcels. We didn't do anything to you. We have them here finally. Oh yeah. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it was really weird. My mother-in-law actually found pickle chips, but I think they were like, I don't know, like imported from somewhere. I think they actually might be imported from like Eastern Europe or something like that. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that different places did different versions of pickle chips. Need more people like that guy, whoever you are. Yeah, honestly, good guy. And to be fair, usually Parcel Force is pretty atrocious, so kudos to him. Had a mailman throw him back to the door one day and caught on the Ring camera. Wow. Yeah, that's really silly. All dressed, that's true. Yeah, probably. All dressed is good as well. My favorite now, though, because I really like kettle cooked chips. So I missed Miss Vicky's. Miss Vicky's was one of the things I missed. But I've been able to find kettle cooked chips here. And my favorite is just like sea salt and black pepper. There's an old joke. Remember that game where you used to knock on the door and run away? Yeah, now it's called Parcel Force. Don't know why. Yeah, Lay's gets turkey. That's interesting. Because usually it's the other way around. Usually Canada gets like the shittier versions of things, whereas the US gets more options. So it's interesting that it's reversed in terms of chip flavors. Yeah, sea salt and black pepper. I don't know what it is. It's just my favorite. It's like basic, but elevatedly basic, you know? I feel like that game is called different things depending on where you're from. The like knocking on the door running away thing. It was called like Nicky Nine Doors, I think, where I grew up, but I think it's been called different things in other places. I don't get more options though. Maybe in soda. Yeah. It's less about food options. It's more like when they attempted to open Target in Canada and it failed because all of the stock that was available in the US Target wasn't available in the Canadian Target. And people were doing like, because like celebrities would do branded like deals with Target and they wouldn't come to the Canadian Target. So a couple years later, Target went bust in Canada. And it's like, yeah, because you didn't stock it with the good shit. You know what I mean? I can't deal with black pepper. Makes my face eat itself. Oh no. Do you have that British gene, Saul, where you just have an inability to handle spice? You know what I mean? I'll lurk away. No problem. Thank you so much, Packley Porsche. Honestly, yeah. It's a weird thing. It's nuts about... Yes. Interesting. I can't shop at Target anymore. It's like bougie Walmart. Yeah. But yeah, they did. It was a whole thing, and I remember everyone getting so excited about Target opening up in Canada, and then it was trash in comparison to the real thing. Pretty much what my jeans are flared. I like it. You are a spicy dresser, not a spicy food consumer. I like it. I like it. Okay. Actually, speaking of food, once we finish knitting and transition on to purling again, we will have a snack break. I just realized that this is still really loud. Let's turn this down a smidge. Get on the needle. I'm at Burger King today because of this weird. Oh, this weird long burger. Interesting. Yeah, I also would want to investigate this long burger. Please report back on the findings. I would like to know about the long burger. Is it kind of like a hot dog but in burger form? I'm intrigued. If they have it, let you know. Yes, perfect. I love that. I'm giving you a list of things to report back on, Kat. I'm like, you gotta walk me through the sensory experience when your perfume arrives. And I gotta know all about the long burger and all, you know, all the things. By the way, if you knit in front of a Brit, they might look at you sideways. Just be warned. Oh, interesting. Well, my brother-in-law, who is British, knits, so he might look at me sideways apparently, in terms of what I'm doing. Continental is done in the UK. That's so hilarious considering that the other option is called English. It's literally called English, but they do continental. Interesting. Interesting. Whew, excuse me. Yeah, all the hard work to make the Snood put it on Shadow. Shadow gets... Yeah, honestly, I don't... To be fair, he has like a little happy hoodie that's like a compression sock that goes over his ears during fireworks, and he hates that. But I think it's because he wants to be able to hear what's going on, even though we're trying to protect his ears from getting spooked by the like big sounds and stuff. But yeah, I anticipate him chewing all over this. But that will be a good test to the structural integrity of the Snood, right? Because if I sew it together properly, you know, and I maintain proper structural integrity, then, and it survives the shadow chew test, I would call that a win. You know what I mean? It's like a long chicken sandwich with a beef patty. Interesting. Yes, please tell me the other scents you purchased. I'll probably try Continental. Oh, interesting. Yeah, probably different for the senses. Yeah, exactly. So we'll see. I do assume he'll probably hate it. Chill Ghost. I was about to read Chili Ghost. I was like, ooh, spicy ghost perfume. Chill Ghost. No, it's warm bread pulled from the oven, clean cotton sheets, and marshmallow. See, I have two scent notes that I love. I either want like toasted marshmallow or I want like moss and tea. You know, those are my two. You read Chili Ghost too. Yep. County line, notes of wild strawberries, tangles of honeysuckle in full bloom, cold lemonade, and weathered wooden swing. That sounds like a movie. Like, that sounds like a strategically interesting, intricate painting. Green night, honeydew, clear water over moss-covered stones, black pepper, and Atlas cedarwood. See, that's what I mean. That or marshmallows. I love it. I love it. I'm so excited for you. We're gonna take a snack break. Because, you know, we've been doing the things. Yeah, exactly. I like that. But yeah, see here? That's, but the rest of it's looking not bad. You know? We got some little hiccups over here, but like all this side. Don't just ignore that part. This part's looking pretty good over here. I'm not mad about it. Again, snoods for every doggy and person. Everybody's getting snoods. I like that. You might get like a big nostalgic sensory memory. Yes, we are getting granola-ing forthwith. Yes, absolutely. Yeah, because I spent hours. Ooh, yeah. That's the thing, because the honeysuckle, are those the little purple ones? And then you could pull the little leaves out and then suck on them and there would be like sweet kind of nectar coming out of them, wouldn't they? We had some of those in my backyard as well. Aw, Saul, thank you so much for gifting. You're such a gifty boy. Are there purple ones? Oh, you had white ones. Yeah. Ooh, very nice. So once again, we are purling, right? Yes. Yes, yes. Come purl away. Come purl away. Come purl away with me. Sticks, yeah. Hi, I must move on now. Yeah, no problem. Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much, Practical Porsche. I appreciate you stopping by. Happy shadow raiding. And have an amazing afternoon / evening / morning wherever you are in the world. Thank you for stopping by. And I did get your message. Isn't Styx also does Mr. Roboto, don't they? Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. Domo domo. Domo domo. We definitely sing that a lot in my family. I don't know why, but we do. Do 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 do. Had a color guard routine to that. No way! Aww. I appreciate that. Posted. Excellent. I will take a looky look. Wow! Oh, Aurora, thank you so much for the biddies. So many bits. Little bits. Oh, that's amazing. And I love that they're all color coordinated too. Those are beautiful. Check you out. So many bits. So my rifle last night, I thought about, oh no way, my shoulders up. Oh yeah, you're gonna see if you still had what it took, if you still had the flair. That's amazing. I love that it was to Mr. Roboto though. It's a bop. Jeez, such a gracious and wonderful, welcoming, fabulous community we got here. Makes me very happy. So happy for all of you to be here and witness history in the making. We're getting snoodlier by the minute. Oodles of snoodles. Moving on up, moving on out. Nothing can stop me. Okay. It's getting dark out. We might have to instigate the other lamp. Blinded by the light. Okay, there we go. Look at that. I'm a ghost. Okay. Just keep purling, purling, purling. What do we do when we're feeling low? We just keep purling, purling, purling. Okay. Oh, Saul, did you guys ever... What are you on today? Can I have some? Oh, whatever you're on today. Honestly, yeah, I don't know, guys. I'm just, yeah. Boba. Bubble tea. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, actually. Maybe because it's Friday. Maybe because I'm in a good mood. Maybe because I'm surrounded by all you lovely people. I'm feeling good. Did I have a question? Oh, yes. Did you end up watching Rocky Horror last night? Or are you watching it tonight? Or did you watch something else? Because you have movie night over on your channel, in your community, which, by the way, I always forget to do this. I am rubbish creator friend. There we go. Love riff. Yeah, guys, you need to follow Saul because I'm also going to be over on his channel on Sunday for a quiz testing my knowledge. Oh, no, I have to get the quiz prepped on OBS, so... Oh, no, yeah. But you guys are still planning to watch Rocky Horror? You're ready to blow the minds and introduce the fabulosity that is Tim Curry on the world. To be fair, I should be doing it more. I should be shouting you out every ding dang day, but I forget. But yeah, guys, what is it? Sunday. No hints about the quiz. I know, right? Honestly. Searif is my favorite. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, I don't know who my favorite character is. Who's my favorite Rocky Horror character? Probably Magenta, just because I like her hair. And she's like bubbly and fun. Yeah. I'm excited for it. I went over to Saul's stream yesterday, and he has an option on his Wheel of Variety where people can redeem to have a quiz, and he goes to like a quiz site and stuff. So I felt like I was doing a bit of practice. We were naming colors, which Aurora, I feel like you would have been really good at that quiz. I feel like you would have lots of color knowledge. But yeah, I did all right. Ish. Mm-hmm. We'll see what happens. But I am part of Team Half-Baked. And we will hopefully charge on to victory. But we'll see. I think you're anticipating it being quite close, eh? So that'll be quite fun. Visiting. Aww, very nice. Yeah, Shadow doesn't snuggle with me. He does snuggle with me in the morning sometimes after Liam goes to work. But he's too big to sit on my lap. Exactly. When the world tells you no, you do your own thing and you say yes. So you tell the universe, I do what I want, and you do it, and you are, and it's amazing. Mm-hmm. I love it. We're knitting again, right? Yes. We purled, and now we want to knit. Oh, that's amazing. I watch a YouTuber whose cats do the same thing. Simply Nailogical has perch cats, shoulder perch cats. And now we knit. Animal Crossing and Animal Crossing. Thank you so much for the follow. Glad to have you here. You love Simply too? It's because Kat and I are actually the same person. If you guys didn't know, you have a bunch of Holo Tacos. Same. Did you love the new coffee collection that dropped? It's very nice. Name's Logan and I'm a knitter. Excellent. I love it. So you are looking at this and going, what is this hot trash you are making? Aggressive cuddler, love the description. Yeah, don't paint my nails. Yeah, that's fair. I appreciate that. I truly need a good like 2-3 hours to paint my nails because I take the old polish off, I prep them, like I do all the things. So I need an amount of time. Yeah, exactly. This though, be knitting. That's awesome. But yes, this is my very first attempt at knitting. We're making a doggy snood. A snood for my dog based on a kit that told me it would take about 2 hours regardless of skill level. But we are on stream number 3. Hour like 6. So this is the kit. We're seeing how it's going. And it's going all right so far, right? I'd say it's all right. We have a few like little missteps and things, but other than that, I'd say not bad. It's a good thing, because if you were here when we first started, I was the struggle. You need a chowdy. Oh, it's getting spoopy outside. Yeah. Could you imagine if I made a cat Snood? I don't know if that would go over well. I'm sure the cat would be like, what the hell? I don't know if cats would appreciate Snoods as much as dogs. Or they might, who knows? The cat will just stand there, paralyzed. Yeah, be like, what are you trying to do? Or it would absolutely like tear the shit out of it. I don't know. Lurking, what do you think? Would your cats enjoy a Snood? Would they like the Snood or would they hate the Snood? P2 together. Thank you so much for the words are hard. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you being here. One of my dogs would enjoy a Snood. That would just, yeah, exactly. We are not entirely sure. The one with on would hate it. The other one probably used it as a weapon against the other. Fair. Fair. Yeah. I think after we do this, we'll take a little bit of a look and see where we're at in terms of if we were to make this into a tube. Into a circle. It would be a very small circle, but again, Shadow does have a small head. He's like, I don't appreciate you talking shit about my head like that. I didn't mean it as an insult. Oh, he did move to the other side of the sofa, just as predicted. Yeah, I think so. The main thing is remembering what is what. So as long as I remember what I'm doing each row, that seems to be okay. You can see the sticks moving quite quickly, right? Look at me. Check me out, right? Yeah, I think luckily it's just alternating every row. I'm sure there's other like stitch designs that are a little bit more complicated. Yeah, of course. Honestly, post whatever you want in the Discord. I like to see it all. Especially if it's anything to do with animals. I want all of it. Like Pokemon, I want to consume all the animal content. I must consume it all. Yes, of course. Saul, I hope your stream goes amazing. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll probably be popping by to see you later. You're welcome for the gloriousness that was my Pink Floyd rendition. Dave McDaniel Music, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate you. Yeah, ooh, you have music in your title. Who knows if you would appreciate my musical rendition of Pink Floyd earlier. Okay. Excuse the mess in the background. Hey, man. Excuse the mess in my life right now. Is it Dave? Okay, let's go look. Okay, so we have knitted. Oh no! It popped off. Let us fix it. Let us fix it. Woo! Where was it? It was on this one. We will fix it. Like Bob the Builder. Oh, it was very nice. Oh, you witnessed it. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. You witnessed and didn't hate. That's fair. That's fair. I appreciate that. I promise sometimes I do actually sing for serious. Video is up. I will take a look as soon as I can confirm that I'm not gonna yeet my stitches off of the working needle thread. Ooh, there we go. Okay. Let me just straighten this bad boy out. Yeah, we can't. Yeah. There's still a long way from it fitting over Shadow's head, despite his tiny greyhound head. Let us look at the video of the cat being adorable. What are you doing over there? Cat tree activate. That's incredible. I love it. Very good, very good. I think a snood is just like an oversized infinity scarf. Like a thick, short infinity scarf. So you know like infinity scarves, you usually wrap them around yourself a couple of times? A snood is just a once over the head situation. Yeah, apparently this, according to the kit. Yeah, like a cowl. Yeah. Just a floppy neck sheath. I think that is the best description. Floppy neck sheath. And this one is specifically for my dog. Yeah, so this is my first time knitting. This is a kit I got for Christmas. Yes, I know you started doing it together. That's amazing. All right. We are purling next, right? Correct? We knitted, now we purl. It's time to purl. Did anyone low-key get the Yu-Gi-Oh reference? There's an ad in progress. Everyone missed it. Okay. We purled, and now we must knit. Oh, we're back now. Called Snood World. Really? Please explain the plot of Snood World, Cat. I would like to know. Snood World. Was it a knitting sim? Could you imagine? I'm sure they exist. I'm sure knitting simulator games exist. It was a puzzle game. Very good. Very good. Puzzles are good. Oh, we must keep an eye on the time. Yeah, that's fair. See, Bean sounds like what I pictured the majority of cats being like. But then every once in a while, there seems to be little cuddle bugs like Chowdy in the mix. But I feel like Beanie is living up to the cat stereotypes. Okay. Okay. We are knitting. Right? Yes. No. Yes? Because I feel like I made a Yu-Gi-Oh! Purling reference, and now I'm wondering if I'm purling twice. It doesn't look like it, though. I think it's fine. Oh, interesting. That's good. Well, I guess, yeah, if that's the type of cat you want. I assume most people, when they get an animal, like a furry animal, the desire is to snuggle with it. You know what I mean? So it can be very offensive if the cat refuses the snuggles. Shadow sometimes refuses my snuggles in favor of my partner Liam's snuggles, and I'm only mildly offended by it. And by mildly, I mean infuriated. Because I spend the most time with him. But I get it, Liam's not around as much, and so when he gets to be with his bestie, it's very exciting for him. You've met mostly Beans as well, yeah. Excellent, no problem, Kat. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for spending time with me. Enjoy your early end of the day. Bye. Oh. Oh, are we gonna get... Oh, no. I thought I was gonna get a rare shadow appearance, but he is going upstairs to go see his bestie. Is that what you're doing? Or are you gonna hang out with me? Yeah, no, he's gone upstairs. Rude. What a rude boy. I like way to put our toilet. Yeah. He sounds like a feisty boy. I feel like I maybe have knitted when I should have purled, but it seems fine, so we're just gonna go with it. Just keep knitting. Oh, right. Right. Okay. We'll finish the knits and remember to purl. And we shall do a poll of the next kit. Yes. Yeah. May do a stockinette. Paper with K's and P's on them. Oh, that's a clever one. Yeah, that is very clever. I have written things down in the book. Yeah. The beads and the V's. Yeah, because these definitely... Yeah, I don't know. I guess I could, you know, go back in the VOD later and see how if I messed up. But by that point, I'm not going to be undoing it. So we'll just leave it to faith. Fate. Leave it to the knitting gods. It'll just be a strategic design choice, you know? Isn't that all creative? Like, messing up in terms of, like, crafts just becomes a strategic design choice, you know? Yeah, undoing, that's the thing, right? Because I feel like if you undo it, then you accidentally could undo the whole thing. So... How old is Bean? Because I do find Shadow's gotten a lot cuddlier as he's gotten older. It also could be... Yeah, I definitely feel like he has. It doesn't look like we messed up, so I assume it's fine. We are now going to do the pearls again. You can add lifelines. Yeah, you mentioned those before. So those are the things, I guess, when you undo the thing, it, like, doesn't go past a certain point, right? I assume that's what that is. If so, that's a very cool one. They're about 18 months. Wow. I was gonna do something. Yes, set up a poll. That's what it was. Wow. See, guys, the sun has gone down, and so has my brain capacity. It happens. It happens. Where is the... We must ask a poll. Let's find out what kit we should do next. Oh, I should have just asked the same one. Anyway, what kit... kit should we do next? We have latch hook, leaf. I can't remember what kind of leaf it is. I don't know what to say. The embroidery is like, I don't know, autumnal, cool. I'll just put embroidery kit. To try to explain it to you guys doesn't seem... It's basically the kit itself. Let's do a 3 minutes. So the embroidery kit is like a torso of a woman cut off here, and then there's like really cool flowers coming out of her neck, which sounds gory and weird, but it actually looks really cool. You know what I mean? So Sandwich is older. Wow, you got them all within a few weeks of each other? That's wild. That's wild that you got all of the things all at once. That's a big adjustment to going from very few aminals to all the animals. We are now purling, correct? Yes. Pearl. Wow. Yeah, because they get really close to everyone. Right? They bond. Sandwich was alone. Aww. Yeah, that's fair. So he thrives in a full house. That's awesome. Yeah, we don't know if, like, how Shadow would do. He likes playing with other dogs, but then it's almost like he's quite, like, he's like an introvert, right? Genuinely. He will play with other dogs, and then there will be a distinct shift where he's like, I don't want to play anymore. I just want to run around and be by myself. So I definitely feel like if we had another animal in the house, we would have to, like, make sure that they got alone time from each other. You know what I mean? Yeah. Wow. So it was quite fast acting. That's tough. Yeah, I'm trying, like, Shadow just turned 2, and I, like, can't think about... I'm like, he just needs to live forever. I know that's an unrealistic expectation, but that's what he needs to do. Because I don't think I could cope. I will, but I don't know if I can. Latch hook leaf. Ooh, we're gonna do some latch hooking. Okie dokies, friends. That was the results. Very good, very good. Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And in the end, that's all you can ask of them, right? They try their best, and then that's sad though. So in came the 3 babies. Yeah. Yeah, I think we definitely maybe knitted twice. But it's fine. It's, again, a strategic design choice on our part. So it's all good. Oh, wow, from 3 different places as well. I know sometimes, though, like, different, like, there'll be dog-specific rescues and, like, cat-specific rescues, so that kind of makes sense, that if you got them from a couple different rescues or different places. Yeah. You must have a lot of shedding going on in the house, though. I always joke that I don't know who sheds more, me or Shadow, because he only has a single coat. He doesn't have a double coat, so he actually doesn't shed as much as dogs with with double coats, but it's still enough. Lots of fur, yeah. Yeah. Well, 1.5 hours to have one of the loves of your life come into your life. I think it's worth it. Hashtag worth it. Yeah, we double knitted. It's fine. Because I think it's meant to alternate, and then this you can tell is not an alternate. But I don't think I care enough to change that. I've heard that happens too. Aww. Yeah, Shadow whines in the car all the time, and we can't tell. We don't think he hates the car. He just whines because he's impatient and, like, wants to get to the destination right away. Because when we open the car door, he jumps right in and is like, cool, where are we going? And then he just proceeds to whine in our ear the entire time. Okay, we're purling now, right? No, we're knitting again. Yep, absolutely, I feel that. You had a cat that loved car rides. Oh, that's sweet. Knitting. Hopefully. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely think we'll finish this next week. What day of next week? I am not sure. I am not certain. But I don't know. We're probably gonna get close, I would assume. It'll probably like finish the actual structure, like the knitting of it all. And then the actual like creation of this, like the snoodification of it all. You know what I mean? The darning of the darn thing, if you will. Oh, I just realized we're at 240. That's incredible. I like even numbers. 240, that's awesome. I'm wondering if I might try. I might set like a, well, kind of. I'm sort of hoping, I'm setting a cheeky goal for myself. That I did with all of the scarves and the gloves and stuff. And they look incredible. I also love the color choices you guys made. They're very, I don't know, they just look really nice. And the scarves look like really nice and thick too, which is awesome. But yeah, so hopefully my low-key, no expectations, but low-key, I'm hoping to get to 300 by my birthday. So March 21st is my 31st birthday. And so if I can get to 300 by then, that would be really cool. Well, does it make one to keep my... Yeah, right? Absolutely. knitting. And then we will purl. I'm actually getting cold. My legs are getting cold, which is not good. Okay. Let's just see in terms of yeah, we definitely did something funky over here. Oh, you know what we did? I think we reversed the situation. Because we knitted two and now we're going back into the pattern, this pattern is now on the opposite side. Maybe we do have to fix it. Let me see. I don't know what a lifeline is though. Lifeline knitting. Okay. So, let me see how we do such a thing. Okay. How to insert a lifeline. Yeah, because again,
Hey
this is
Heidi from the blog Hands Occupied with another knitting tutorial for you today. In this video, I'm going to...
So I don't have another...
So in knitting, it's useful to use something called a lifeline from time to time. What you can see in my swatch here, this red piece of yarn is a lifeline I have inserted. Lifelines are a way for you to mark and use a tapestry needle, also known as a yarn needle. It's just a needle that has usually a little bit blunter of a tip. It's not a knitting needle, it's a sewing needle.
Okay.
It's got that blunter tip, and it usually has an eye that's big enough.
So how do I know where to put it?
If your lifelines are the easiest possible way is to simply sew your lifeline through every loop in your row, parallel with your knitting needle. So you just do this all the way up.
Okay, so that's them telling me to do it while it's on a hoop, but we need to retroactively do it.
Your stitches all lay one way or the other on your knitting needle, and they have two legs.
Okay, we will attempt it. We don't have another color, but we do have another ball of yarn. And the darn. So let us attempt. We will insert the lifeline and hope we can salvage. I just realized I don't have any scissors either. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. Hello. I have procured the skizzers. We will now attempt to lifeline. We'll use extra for safety purposes. Now we just need to figure out where we need to put it. In order to catch this. I assume in these loops. I'm not sure. Okay, in the 4-minute mark, does she show you how to do it in, like, further on? Okay.
So you can see that the lifeline is underneath the right side of every stitch.
Okay.
So when I say right side, that would be this side. This here is a stitch. It would be...
Okay, so under the right side of every stitch. Gotcha, gotcha. So then that would be right side. Right. Ooh. The other thing too is because this is so chunky, half the time we're going through the actual fibers and not the actual loop itself. Okay. Right side. Right side. Right side. Right side. Squeeze me. There we go. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was concerned about. But it seems like we are actively catching them correctly. You know, and then we'll do the moment of truth. And obviously, if it goes past the lifeline, then we know we done did fucked up. So, we will find out. We will find out. Yeah. I feel like it's probably very satisfying to frog knitting because of the way it just unravels itself. I feel like it's probably very satisfying because it's like in one swift motion. It can just like go bloop. But I feel like in the simplicity lies the scariness of it all. The other thing too is hopefully we actually move down in the right place, right? So because I think we knitted when we meant to purl. So hopefully I've clocked it in a place that if we do then start with the purl, we have not, like, you know what I mean? It'll take some trial and error. But I'm assuming this is the last row that we did correctly before we kind of messed it up. So that's what I'm going with, but we'll find out. Okay. Interesting. See, this is the kind of shit they don't teach you in the kits. So that's why we have someone like lurking around to catch our back. You're putting in a lifeline right now. Perfect. I love that for us. Okay, the right one. Yes, you say that, but again, still many more months of progress. You have made things. I have yet to finish anything. So, the blind leading the blind, but some of us have, glasses. They're not, they're not your right prescription if we're going with the metaphor. So things are still kind of blurry, but for the most part, things are good. Except for here. I think. Sure. Okay. The end part, I think, is a bit wonky in terms of its... But, okay. We have installed the lifeline. And now we see if we've not completely messed it up. We ready? We will unsheath the needle. And hope for the best. At least we can see the loops. So we can possibly reinstate it. I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. Maybe. I do think it's probably like a good sit in front of the TV and work on a craft, because obviously the other crafts I do, like cross stitching, I've seen people do, like they have like a lap stand and they'll do that kind of thing, but I've not I don't know, I've tried, but I'm not as good as well as me like sitting at a table. So I feel like it's probably a nice craft to that you don't need a lot of stuff to make happen. So maybe. And I did promise all the dogs Snood, so I might have to, right? Okay. So based on this, I think this is the loop. So we now need to put these back on. And I appreciate that, Lurking. Hoping that I do, yeah. I might need to, maybe once I finish some cross stitching, I'll reward myself with some knitting options. Whew. Oh yeah? I'm just, following what it says. The thing is, it's not even telling me that that's what it is. So when you guys were all touting about different types of stitches and things yesterday, it flew right over my head because, again, this pattern does not say what it is. All knits. Oh, interesting. See, I didn't even realize that we were doing, like, fancy shit over here. Okay. What time is it? Okay. Gotta keep on the eye on the time because we are having company over this evening and I need to clear off the dining room table for visitors. So. Okay. So... Ugh. Yeah. With chopsticks. Could you imagine? Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Helen just like start. To be fair, I'm sure chopsticks would work. You know, there could be. So now I need to remember if this was the direction that it was in. It must have been. Okay. I think we're going to pull this out. We're going to attempt to pull it out. It doesn't... Herm. Okay. Oh, it's because it's stuck. It's too tight. I just want to remove the lifeline. I guess it doesn't really matter, right? We can keep it in, but... There we go. I just had to put some elbow grease into it. There we go. Back in action. So, the problem is we knitted when we were supposed to purl. So, by that logic, hopefully. Aww. Well, I hope you do take up knitting. Then we can all knit together. I think that would be fun. Okay. So we are now purling and hoping that we did it knit and bitch. Exactly. Yup. It's like stitch and bitch, but it's the knit and bitch sesh. Okay. Let us hope that by purling this, we have worked out what we did wrong. And then by this logic, the design will not be flipped if we've done this correctly. If not, at least we now know how to insert a lifeline and fix the thing. So that's good. This seems right. I hope. I can't quite tell. But I think I'm optimistic that it is correct. Based on the fact that the stitches look like they're right. It's like I couldn't tell that they were wrong, but I can tell that they're right, if that makes sense. Except for this one. I don't know what's going on here, but that's fine. Whew, let's finish the tea. Because that was a little stressful. Not really. It was just a new experience. And we're learning. And we crushed it. Okay. Maybe. Sorta, kinda. Considering we've had, what is it? We pulled out, what, 3-4 rows? That's not too bad. And I feel like we'll probably be able to recoup them quite quickly. Not really. I think Saturday, well, tomorrow I promised Shadow a big ol' run around in the field near our place. So we'll do that. And then, yeah, nothing for the rest of Saturday. But then, and then Sunday during the day, nothing. But Sunday night, I'm going to be over on Saul's channel, hopefully sweeping the floor with my epic quiz skills. But we'll see. I think it's meant to be starting at 7 GMT. So 7 p.m. UK time on the Sunday. And it'll be a giant quiz. And I think the audience is also encouraged to play along and such. So that should be fun. Yeah, you know what it is? Actually, you know what? The other plans is I am working on... Please don't call me if you can ask a friend. I love that. Yeah, I'll use a lifeline and it will be... Alright, so you are... Yeah, don't waste your lifeline. Okay, okay. I will heed your warning. Okay, we are now knitting. But yeah, we're in teams of 4, I think. So there's teams of 4 and there's like 10 teams. There's a lot, like it's a big ol' collaboration that's happening. But yeah, it should be fun. And then I'll probably continue working on, if you know answers. Yeah, well, apparently in big capital letters, I was told no cheating. So, we'll see though. It should be good. I think we have quite like an eclectic group of people like in the group, so hopefully everyone has their own sort of knowledge that they can bring to the table. But we'll see. And then Saul's gonna watch it. Honestly, yeah, he's gonna be like, that's it. Tasha's insta ban. If chat has more than 11 people, I usually like, oh, fair enough. Yeah. Hence the name, right? Hence the lurking name. All good. Trying to think, yeah. To be fair, I actually need to continue working on my Twitchiversary video. So I'm working on like just like a recap of everything that we've done in the past affiliate year. So on February 16th, we will have a tea party and go over it all. We'll also do a clip show. Hopefully I'll have some new emotes to unveil at that time as well, which is really exciting. And then we'll see. Aurora suggested maybe a free cross-stitch pattern. So maybe, if I have time. I do want to do that. It's whether or not I get my shiz together to do so. Oh, wow. Yeah, but you know what I mean? You can still enjoy people's content and not actively participate in it. You know what I mean? That's why I always say, I'm like, I give all my love to all the lurkers because, you know, people also watch for different reasons. Like, people are at work and they're watching, so they can't, like, actively participate, and they like to, you know, be on in the background. That kind of stuff. Some people, again, who are, you know, maybe like you, like, are a bit more shy to participate in, like, really bustling things. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'll make... Actually, you know what? It might work out that I just make a small one. I think I was planning something, like, maybe big. But now I think it would be really cute if I could just do, like, a little Phantasma one. You know? Like, just a baby Phantasma cross stitch. I think that would be doable. Yeah. We'll see. I think I got the most part, like, the first thing I was collecting, like, images of all the projects I worked on and everything that we finished. Actually, I need to post a picture. I need to collect the, Actually, we'll probably have more than this, because we'll probably include this bad boy as well. Interesting, interesting. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Maybe one day I'll feel even bolder. And then, have you seen the craft app? I don't think so. Specifically, I have crafting apps, like for cross stitch and stuff, but I've never heard of the craft app in specifics. I found it on a search. Oh, interesting. Is it like something that sort of helps you keep track of what you're working on and stuff? Or please explain. That is intriguing to me. Whoa. Oh, cool. Let me check that out. Oh, I feel like I need to do a little bit of stretching. Yeah, Saul's channel is chaos in like the best way. But yeah, there's always so much going on his channel and in his chat. So I can see how it's overwhelming. You also feel too, I know sometimes like when I engage with some creators that have a really busy chat, you sometimes feel like, you know, they're really, I don't know what happened here. Why is that a 2 for loop? I assume it's just meant to be this. Yeah? No, that's been stitched. I guess that's done. But yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. But yes, I know sometimes too it's like you can feel like your message sort of like gets lost in the ether. And so it's like, well, I don't know, at least for me, I'm kind of like, I'll just sit back and watch because I feel like I can't like get a word in edgewise, which is fine. Okay. So we're back to purling. If I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. Let me see what this is. Craft.do. Try craft free. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's like a craft assistant. Interesting. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, it looks interesting. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, but I'm just gonna ignore it. Oh, yeah, no problem. Hope the little one is doing okay. So we are back to the pearls. Back to purling. They are very chunky needles. These are the needles that came in the kit. They're like 12 millimeter chunky boys. So we are just using what the kit has provided us and hoping for the best. They're 12 millimeter. So I don't know what that translates to. If they have different level names. But it says 12 millimeters on the side of the thing, so. US 10s, yeah. Hey man, lurking, your guess is as good as mine. Yeah, does it say on the back? Oh, yeah, UK size 12 millimeters. So, no. But I feel like we did fix the error of our ways earlier. So I think we're back on track. We're purling right now. Before we knitted when we should have purled, so we had to frog. But now we're back in business and we're back to purling. But yes, we shall continue. Actually, once we purl these, we'll take a little step back and we will assess the progress. I still don't think it's anywhere big enough to make a tube. That's true, yeah. That is correct. Yeah. I probably should be doing that more frequently. But now that I know how to do it after the fact, I think we'll be fine. I'll just have to do it afterwards. This is me just wishfully thinking that we don't accidentally mess up again before the end of the Snood. The finished completion of the Snood. Is it wishful thinking? Probably. But, you know, it's that kind of positive attitude that will keep us going. Hi, Ningday. Yeah, it's not too bad. Thank you very much. We had to do a bit of frogging earlier, but we managed to save it. We persevered and got her done, and we are trucking along. I mean, I think I'm gonna add them. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that makes sense. That's again, everyone finds what works for them, right? I'm gonna finish purling these and then we'll knit one, drop one, search the floor till I find it. Yeah, exactly. Feisty beans at it again. Oh, speaking of feisty, Shadow's being a bit of a whiny boy right now. I wonder why. He's probably upset that Liam has the audacity to actually have to work instead of give him undivided attention. Havoc bean, yeah. Okay. Alrighty. Oh. Yeah, I think it'll actually look, because a lot of the stuff we have that shadows, because he's so dark, in order to see him, we have a lot of like orange and red colored things for him. So I feel like this is actually very appropriate. So we just purled, right? Let me remember that. So next we need to knit. But we're taking a look at this. Let me physically write down the word knit so we don't forget. Knit. Had more teeth out today. Oh, that's really good. That's obviously, it's a shame about the teeth removal, but I'm glad that it wasn't nearly as painful as it could have been. Excellent, excellent. So glad to hear it. Okay, yes. So here it is in a loop. I don't think Shadow's noggin still will not fit on it. If the V's are on the front, if bumps, you purl. Right. Noonday. It was so simple. See, this is why These are the bumpies. So for bumps, you purl, and for V's, you knit. Okay, here, we're writing this shit down. V's equal knit. Bumps equal purl. I feel like we kind of already discussed that at some point, but it's only just dawning on me that I can actually examine the thing and know what to do based on that. Look at that. Look at that. See, I'm glad you're not in a lot of pain, Nungdae, because then you can still drop craft knowledge like that. Yeah, we did discuss, but it only just dawned on me now. Bean it is... Aww. Aloof Chaos Bean. That's cute. Hot tip, exactly. Coming in with those hot tips. Hot tips. All right. Well, we have about 10 minutes left. But I feel like we're in a really good position right now. And like I said, I got peeps coming over and I need to clear off the table, but I'd like to, you know, hang out and socialize with some of our friends when we go and raid out. So let's do a raid out now. If anyone has any raid suggestions. If not, we're probably going to go see Saul just because I want to. We'll see who else is on. Who else is online right now? Retroactive Bex is online as well. She's pretty cool. But yeah, you as well. Thank you so much, Lurking, for hanging out with us. You're just doing more crossings and you're still working on that project, eh? You have a lot to go on the project. So I'm not surprised, but that's awesome that you're working through it. I love that. Okay. Let's go see our favorite Whittle variety streamer and give him a grand hello, as we do. And we will be back here, but probably upstairs. Oh, there's a birthday party on Moko Mage stream. Ooh. Now I'm conflicted. We should go to the birthday party. I think that would be nice. We should do that. Moko Made birthday stream. Okay. Moko Made. They have 120 people going on there right now. Wow. Moko Made just chatting. Well, let's go join the party. Oh, we are unable to raid Moko Made at this time. Rude. Okay. They don't want us to join the party. Maybe the party is invite only and we're not invited. That's fair. I respect that. Okay, let's go raid Saul then. And yes, back here, Tuesday. Maybe finishing this? Interesting, perhaps? Twitch has been twitchy for me today. Yeah, people have been a bit off. Like, I think sometimes it's a settings thing as well, but we'll see what happens. But yes, see you on Tuesday, or see you over on Saul's channel on Sunday if you want, if you're feeling quizzical. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye!
Holy moly! Holy soly, it is nostalgia time!